Hey, welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, so it's Friday, so this will be the last day of work for the week. We didn't get a ton done because Monday was a long weekend. It's family day, so I figured I better spend time with the family. And then Tuesday, I was getting the shop cleaned out, getting the Firebird in because there's a storm coming and I wanted Firebird in before the winter. So yeah, we just kind of just got in the shop here. It's a cold one, minus 15 degrees Celsius because I'm in Canada, and yeah, so just have to get started. But this video will probably be patching up the door bottom of the Demon. I TIG welded in the marker light and whatever other odds and ends footage I could find to put in here, and yeah, so that's what we're up to. I just want to say thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I notice a lot of you guys are subscribers that kind of keep coming back. The kind of core, the first day I post, I'll get a handful of subscribers watching again. So I really appreciate it, guys. And yeah, thanks so much. All right, let's get at her and then see what we can get done for the end of the week. Let's go. All right, so we're going to put the door bottom on for the 71 Demon. I've already cut a strip, 20 gauge sheet metal at 4 inches ish, and one kind of downfall is this door is real close to 4 feet, and I only have a 4-foot break. Well, it's like, but we'll make it work. So actually what I'm going to do is cut this down to 4 feet right off the bat. So that's at the bottom there. Actually, I got it as close to profile as I could, so I can fold the ends over too. It's a little bit bigger than 48 inches, but I'm going to take a little notch out of it, and then I might be able to squeeze it in there, and I need that notch anyways, so the steel doesn't overlap. So, make sure. Even. So I'll do a 1/2 inch, even though I don't quite need a 1/2 inch. Can't find my level, so I got this piece of, I think it's a strap for shelving. And I'm pretty sure it's not straight, but the brake will straighten it with mine underneath. Okay, I'm gonna break this and then I'll come back. Alright, so I broke that edge. I use 20 gauge for any kind of door bottoms just because you fold it over. 18 gauge I find is too thick once you're pinching 3 pieces of metal kind of thing. So somewhere there. Alright, I got this little cheapy English wheel. and a pretty flat die, and I just take a little piece of sheet metal and shim up the one side. That way I can get close to the bend there. So just run this through really low pressure. There we go. So it's got a little bit of crown to it, which if you didn't want that, you could put a little piece of rubber on the English wheel. I've just been too lazy to ever do it. But by the time I clamp it on there, and then either tip down the edges, or I could take like a corking tool, also known as a dull chisel, chisel the line out, then just bend over with a hammer and dolly. Am I recording? No. Yes, I am. Wow. Now I'm going to get a grinder. I'm going to grind this fold off and then knock the extra metal off the back. I'll get a better idea where I can make this cut up top. So that's a quick way I like to split panels, is to grind right on the edge till you grind through and you separate the two pieces. Awesome. Holes everywhere. Just awesome. Okay. This door's not that great. I got holes here. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see what you can see. Yeah, you should be able to see it. Got holes here. Looks like right there. There's some holes. And then the inside of the lid's not great either. I wonder if I could find another door. Probably not. Subags had a chance to buy 2 doors that were pretty good, but the customer said that he had the extra door, so I didn't need to get them, and I don't know. This isn't that bad. If I need it to, I could just put a little lip. It's just, at a certain point, buying a door could be cheaper than the labor, or it just depends. But really, I put a small patch in here. Put a little 90 of 20 gauge across the whole bottom. Yeah, in all reality, if I get at it, I can knock this door out today and be done, and then I'm not chasing around parts. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna patch this. Got a little strip cut. Alright, so I'm going to break this again and then I'll be right back. Alright, so this is where it'd be nice to have a foot shear. I've got like the little electric shears, but the cut's a little wavy. And then I think because it's so thin, the sheet metal warped on me a little bit. So I couldn't get a nice straight, the bend's straight, but there's the material on either side of the bend is kind of all over the place. But I think it should work because I only need to go up this like the bottom face of the door. I only need to go up it a little bit, so I'll just clamp it on there and then I'll trim it to where it should be. But it's gonna clean up a couple of little extra pieces of metal that are on there. Alright. Alright, so that fits alright. You can see that. This little step, that little step in it, I could have made a little bit taller. And I probably still will. I'll hammer it around a little bit. Why did I go run that through the bead roller? Alright, I've decided that I am gonna try and run it through the bead roller. What's funny is I'm actually just using the cheapest dies going that came with the little Princess Auto set that I bought to begin with. Should give a little shout out to Japan's Customs. Kind of inspired this bead roller. I've always wanted to build one, and I've kind of bat the different ideas around in my head about building one, but him putting out the videos tells you exactly how to do it. I mean, mine's a little bit more ghetto. It's I didn't laser cut anything out or nothing like that. I just welded together whatever scrap steel I had around. But the theory's all there. Used all the same bushings. Used the spur gears from the Princess Auto one. I found a DC motor used on Facebook Marketplace for his, like, by his recommendation kind of thing. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's handy to have around for sure. Again, I wasn't recording. So what I did was I laid that in there. My the patch was a little bit long, like past the past the edge of the door skin. So I just laid it in there, took a pencil, ran along the door skin, and I just trimmed it off. I actually left a little bit extra room. I'll probably put it in there and then take a grinder to grind it exactly to where the door skin is. And then, yeah, putting that, to do that step on the end there, running it through the bead roller, actually worked really good. And I just, to flatten the end back out, I just squished in the vise and then hammered her up a little bit. I could get rid of that seam out of it better if I wanted to, but I don't think it really matters because there's going to be a half inch of the door skin hanging on either side. So yeah, that's where we're at. Thanks to Jap Hands Customs for kind of giving a good starting point on how to build this thing. Like I said, mine's a little bit janky. I just used what quarter steel I had around, and I didn't have enough material at the back to stop it from flexing, so I actually just welded on some angle iron on the side, and she's stiff now. So alright, so I got the door bottom roughed in. I haven't cut away the steel below, but that's what it looks like. I'll show you down here. I hit it with the bead roller to put that step in it. That bottom piece isn't going to pick up all the holes, so I'm going to have to make another patch up here. A little bit here. So I'll probably come off this patch here. Go there. And up here. Yeah. That's where I'm at. Alright, I'm going to cut this sheet metal out off the bottom. I drew a line when it was clamped in there. So because you can see the line, obviously that's above the material. You probably could cut the line because once it's in... No, you can't cut the line. Don't cut the line. Leave the line. Once it's in and it doesn't have that bit of material, it's actually going to sit a little bit lower anyways too. So if you cut the line, you'll have a pretty big gap. If you leave the line, it should be pretty good.
Dustpan over here?
Yeah, it's against the wall there, beside the welder, I think, yeah. or right there. Yeah.
Not much left to that?
No. Just a piece here. Take care of it, and then I got the door bottom already made too. So.
Oh yeah. You gonna cut that shit out, or just put it right over top?
I'm gonna cut it out and butt weld it in.
Oh,
that way it doesn't. The problem is if you put it over top,
it'll make it too thick.
It'll be a really thick lip. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
You got her nice and warm in here.
Not bad. Yeah, I've been burning those skids.
Have you?
Yeah, they burn good. So it's tipped down a little bit before I get it welded up to solid. Give her a little tweak. There you go. Just got a couple tacks on it. I'm gonna put another couple tacks. I'm gonna wait to weld it up solid till I get the outer skin piece fit too. Okay, so I got most of the door bottom in. It's got it tacked up. I'm gonna try and build a patch for here, and then I need a little bit of a patch here too. I'm just gonna use some little masking paper. Something like that. So I need this lip here. I don't really need the lip down here, so I could taper it in. Then I'll do another piece here. I'll do that after. Alright. I don't think I need the very tip, so I'm going to cut it this way. Just because. I'm going to hit this with a sander, if I got one handy. So I'm just going to hit this with the sander quick, and I'm going to give her a white with acetone just so I can write on it with a Sharpie. There's a little bit of radius there, which I accounted for. And then there's two different, the radius continues on up there. I don't think I really need to go up there, so I might try and bring it down to that bottom one. But we'll get this, we'll tip this into it first. And then we'll go from there. We'll see. Get the wrench on there, right? See how well we can tip this on the wrong side here. So you can see it's got some little wrinkles in here that needs to be shrunk together. I think this needs to be stretched because I need it to bend around. So I'm have to stretch here and shrink here. Or maybe if I stretch here, I'll pull that out anyways. Yeah, so actually, well, let me put on the panel because I can't even really remember what it looks like. Alright. Yes, that's actually not bad. So if I stretch that other piece, this is going to be up here, I think. If I stretch here, that'll start to bring that around. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so I just clamped the stretcher in the vise. I'm going to stretch this flange here, which in theory will bend this around. So let's give her a go. Let's take little nibbles at a time. Okay, I'm going to give that a little test fit. I think I got it a little too much stretch, but I need to tip this flange up a little bit more. So that might straighten it out. Okay, so it's got this dive in it here, and I want to bring that up, so I'm just gonna smack with a hammer if that brings it up. You can see it put another little pucker in the metal there, so I may be right where I need to run the shrinker through there. Let's see how that fits first. Let's just run it through the shrinker. What's the worst that can happen? So I get that little test bit. So I've stretched this part a little bit too much. This bend here is popping off the panel. I'm going to try and undo a little bit of it. So here it looks okay for following the bend around. It's sticking a little straight up, but that's that top piece that I said that I might not need because there's that double profile. It just looks like I need the patch to bend around a little bit more. So I'm going to stretch here a little bit. Okay, so start messing around and I'm just having trouble getting it to sit just the way I want it. And then I just came to the conclusion that I'm just kind of playing. There was lots of extra steel there, so I cut it down really small to grab the rust, and everything else looks pretty solid except for that little piece up top. So I'm just going to do it in 2 patches, but I just ended up cutting my patch down really small. Yeah, so I'm just going to put this piece in here, get it clean up a couple spots, cut it in with the 5-inch angle grinder, so my cut's a little rough, but right around there. I turn the heat down a little bit. Alright, so that original patch that I had that was supposed to come down here, this is all solid, this is solid. Got a hole here, so I cut it way back because I was having a hard time. I got it to sit here okay, but then I couldn't get it to lay flat here, and then if I got to lay flat here, it would pop out here. So to me, I needed to shrink the metal on the inside, like through here where it's thicker, and I just don't have the tools to do that quickly, and I didn't want to spend the time messing around with it for too long. So I'll have to put a patch here. This is pretty thin, and then I cut it with the bigger grinder, so it's a little nasty down here, and I want to fill up that little spot anyways that my patch was a little short. So I'll make a piece for in here, and then I'll just do a little patch in there. I'm cutting all the steel out, so I'm not welding over any of it, so once I grind it all flat, it'll all be one solid piece anyways, so and it'll be done quicker. So this inner bracket, there's a little bit of rust on. So I just ground it off quick and then put some rust converter on it and then hit it with some weld through primer. Nothing too fancy. Okay, I'm gonna make this patch here, just a little triangle piece. I'll weld that up, and I'm gonna make this little, a little bit of steel that goes underneath the fold there, just because there's a couple little holes, and there's gonna be rust in the bottom of it, so I can give it the best chance possible. If it's all clean steel, then I'll hit it with some weld through primer. And yeah, it'll be decent. Should last a little bit longer. But that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna work on. It's pretty simple. I'm just gonna do this little triangle shape and give it a bit of a curve. Alright, it's a little Frankenstein-y looking right now, but she should grind out nice. There we go. Alright, this is the last patch for the inside of the door. Just a little piece. Ran it through the bead roller to pick up that profile again. Kind of pieced in here, but at least I know all the shapes are right, and once I ground it off, you won't even be able to tell that it's patched. So, but yeah, I'm gonna cut that out, weld this in, and then probably weld across the bottom solid, and then flip it over, cut the skin off, and then put the skin on. Whoa. No welding helmet on. Okay. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm really not too sure what I've included in this video, but this is what I've been working on, so probably a lot of this. Got the door bottom in this demon door. All down there, all solid again. Yeah, so that's what we got done the last couple days. Marker lights in. I would have liked to get the door mounted and start roughing out a bit of the bodywork, but that's what we'll do next week. So yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. Thank you. Also, like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. We're at 64 subscribers, something like that. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for subscribing.